All right. I was stoked to find out that this lady was going to be one of the grand finalists, but really, until like the last few episodes, I kind of didn't doubt it. I didn't think anyone had the kahunas to vote her off until she was. And then she was saved. She's on the line now. Hello, Reggie Bird.
Hello, how are you?
I'm
so
good,
excited
thank you.
to be here.
I'm so excited to chat to you too. I was stoked that this season was going to involve some of the OGs. I was even more stoked that you were going to be back in the house. How do you feel after so many days back in the Big Brother house in this new format?
Oh, look, I was so excited to go back. I just couldn't believe it because for years I've been wanting an All-Stars to happen. And, so finally getting asked to go back again was a dream come true.
Let's start off with some controversies from your time in the house. One recently, that vote where you lied to Taras, and he seemed very angry, which is rich coming from Taras considering what he's done over the last couple of weeks. Obviously you were very upset. Was that tough to do?
Oh, look, geez, so much went down that day. And in the scramble after the challenge, oh, gosh, Alicia was, like doing her pitch to me, and she's going, I want to win Big Brother. I want to take this out. I'm going to win this. And I'm looking at her like, are you for real? Like, it's like, he's saying this to me. And and that was stuck in my head. And then that was her pitch to me. And then in that scramble as well, Johnson and Brenton come up to me last minute and they're going, we go on Alicia, because I was going for Johnson, because Taras said, will you do this for me, Reggie? Will you vote Johnson out? And I said, yes. I gave him my word. Yes, I would. But I had in my head like, oh, Alicia's going to beat me. So
well, and
I had to do what I had. Yeah,
yep.
I had to do. I had to be smart about it. So
yeah, you absolutely did. You had to play the game. It did seem to take you a little while to figure out this new structure of Big Brother. And there's so many different elements. It's not just like watching some people passion the spa anymore.
Oh, no.
Although that still did happen with Drew and Sam. This version of it, did you sort of know what you were walking into, or did it really take you a long time to find your feet?
Really took me a while to try and work it all out. All the strategy stuff, I did struggle with that. And at the start, I sort of sat back and I watched them all blow each other up. I'm like, this is gold. Like, I'm watching them just eat each other alive. Played a bit dumb. But I had a very good gut instinct and I could read the room really, really well, and I could see who was full of shit. So that was part of my advantage of getting so far along in the game.
Yeah, it was crazy how many people, because I think also because you're so beloved in the country, I think it's a poison chalice because they know that you're going to be hard to beat at the end, but also if you shank Reggie Bird, you're the person who shanked Reggie Bird. So you really had that in your back pocket the whole time, which was great.
Yeah. Like I also walking into the house, I'm like, oh, massive target on my back being, the Queen of Big Brother and a previous winner. And I'm like, oh, they're going to get me. But I did have in my head the whole way through, they're going to come for me. It was only a matter of time that they were going to do it. But it took them a long time, even with Tim, to have a shot.
I loved watching the relationship between you and Farmer Dave. He's a sweetheart, obviously. But watching you guys just even sit down and chat, it was like you guys were meant to be friends.
He's so beautiful, and he was my absolute rock in the house. So he just encouraged me, Reggie, you got this. You're doing this for your kids. He kept reminding me why I was there, and it was for the kids. And I was absolutely gutted when he got evicted. It was devastating. It took me so long to get over that. And then also with him going, I'm thinking, oh, these buggers, I've got to get them out. I've got to get them out somehow. I mean, I wasn't a challenge beast, but I knew I couldn't put someone up, which was a shame because I really wanted to win a challenge and be able to put up who I wanted to put up, and I just didn't have that power. But yeah, Dave was an absolute rock. He was beautiful.
But you pushed yourself in the challenges. Like, you really just wanted to beat yourself. You were your own competitor. You pushed as hard as you could. You should be super proud of that.
Yeah, I'm so proud. I honestly am. How proud of how far I went along in this game. And those challenges were brutal. And I gave it my all. Every single one, I gave it my all. And before every challenge, I used to say to the housemates, I've got this today. I'm going to win this one. I've got it. And they'd all cheer me on. They go, yeah, Reg, go, Reg. You've got one. You're going to get it. No, it didn't. It didn't happen. But I came close a few times there. Like, I hung on, beat quite a lot of the strong people in there. Like, on those hanging
absolutely.
ones.
Some people dropped out really quick. And
yeah.
And even with that hanging one, you forgot to let go. So,
oh man, that I didn't even realise until Trevor was looking over me, going, Reggie, are you okay? I think I blacked out for a moment after falling, and I ended up with whiplash.
Oh, really? Because you were so holding on so stiffly.
I fell like flat back, smashed my head on the ground, and so I was medically unfit, ruled out for the next challenge. It was because of the whiplash, and I was injured the whole way through the show. From the first week to the last week I left, I was injured.
You are always up against it. How's your boy doing? Because a lot of people might not know the struggles. Like, you've been swindled. You've got like your eyes are doing their best, but they're just not cutting it right now. Your boy's up against it. How is he at the moment?
Yeah, we've been having a very touch and go stressful month because he ended up catching this horrible flu that's going around.
It's awful.
Really bad. Like, I try to protect him from COVID, and then this flu hits and it just knocked him. And he lost a lot of weight, went downhill. And but the other day we went back to the hospital. He's put the weight back on that he's lost, and he's back on track, which is awesome. Yeah, he's getting there.
And how are you going? Like, because we watched you in the house, and it was, we had a lot of people who were helping you about and being really great. But how are you going? Like, how much can you see? Like, how much is this a real struggle in your life?
Yeah, it's a constant battle. Like, it's funny, when I was watching the show, I did have a lot of poo face all the time. Like my facial expressions didn't hide. But also, because I'm trying to concentrate all the time to see where I'm going and what I'm looking at, and avoiding things to bang into. So I've just got pinhole vision. It's like looking through straws. And I always say, I can see a pen across the room, but I'll trip over 100 elephants to get to the pen. I don't see anything in front of me.
Right. That makes it so much clearer for me, because I just didn't know, I didn't know exactly how it was affecting your eyesight. So you can still see something, but your field of view is very, very tiny. Yeah,
tiny. It's tunnel, pinhole. So if you've got a straw, look through a straw. That's what I can see.
Wow, that's awful.
Yeah, because I've got no peripheral and no night vision. So I don't see above, below, beside.
And injuries aside, that alone is really tough for you to do any of these challenges. In the recent days, a lot of people have been claiming that the challenges are not fair when it comes to you. How do you feel about it?
I guess I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Like, I wanted to get in there and prove to myself that I can do this. And, I think maybe if they had just done one challenge of putting sunglasses on everyone, cutting out little pinholes, and to give them perspective of what I can see, that would have been good.
Yeah, that would have been good. It also would have been good for us to know exactly what you were up against. Because my nan has macular degeneration,
Oh,
and so, but her function is really different. Like everything becomes really blurry. She has
yeah.
peripheral vision and stuff, but yours is obviously very specific, which I think is so much harder because, like you say, all those things that you've got to be able to see for these challenges, you can't.
No, I know, and there was one. Oh gosh, a lot of them, but the one where we're going walking along the beam, trying to balance these bloody blocks, like walking back that beam. Everyone was running down this beam, and I was just doing this like little baby. I was just so slow, and I'm like, and trying to like wobbling around. It was hard. It was super hard. No, I was so worried I was going to fall off the beam.
I was worried for you in every challenge, to be honest, Reggie. I was always on the edge of my seat. So we have to clarify a couple of things. One, were you chained to the kitchen sink?
Oh, because everyone thinks I was chained to the sink. Everyone had a go at cooking, but I enjoyed cooking for the housemates. I absolutely loved it. And before each challenge, I'd make sure that I had a pot of, chili con carne or spag bowl ready to eat for us for when we got back, because they would take hours and hours and hours to be in the yard doing these things, and we'd be starving when we come home. So I'd always make sure that the housemates had food ready to go. But I loved it. I love cooking. I'd love to go on MasterChef.
Oh, that's next for Reggie Bird. And also we have to clarify, and I know you clarified a little bit in the house, but did Estelle lock you in the laundry?
Oh, that was hilarious. That was so funny because I didn't want to put a point on Johnson, but also I didn't want the girls to go up in that nomination. So I was going to do everything to make sure no girl got put up. And because the housemates confused me, they'll come and say with their plans, they go, Reg, we're going to do this. And then they'll change it. And then I get confused again. And I'm like, oh, my God, I've got to hide. So she said, go in the laundry. And so I hid in the laundry eating apples. And it was funny. Yeah, I pretended I was in there trying to fix the washing machine because it was leaking. But
there's these two distinct sides to Reggie Bird that we see. The Reggie Bird who's like, got to get him out. Like this person is either A, giving me the shits, or B, they're going to beat me, so we've got to get him out. And then there's the other Reggie Bird who, when someone asks you a direct question, your brain just tells the truth. And then you, straight after it, go, oh, shit, I've buggered that up. Like, how many times did that happen for you?
Oh, my goodness. It happened quite a bit. And then towards the end, I think the housemates went, we're not telling Reggie anything because she just opens her mouth up. So, and I think that's part of my honesty. I've found it hard to lie. Like everyone was a lot of them was quite good at lying, but they would tell me something and they go, right, this is what we're doing, Reg. And then someone would ask me, oh, have you heard? And I go, yeah, I heard such and I'm thinking, oh, what have I just done? Oh, I'm just like, oh dear. So,
it makes me laugh every single time. I also love that, like, really, you're around the drama, but you're not really directly involved in the drama most of the time. Was it interesting to be a viewer a lot of the time, to just see the drama happening?
Yeah, you could watch it all unfold, and like I said before, I was watching them all, blow each other up. It was, I was a peacemaker for, when Estelle and Tim were having their battles in there together, I'd try and make them kiss and make up. But no, it was interesting to watch them all pick each other off.
Obviously, we saw in the kitchen you being in mum mode, but your other mum mode did involve Tim and Estelle, where you told them to cut the shit out because we look stupid right now. And that was one of my favourite Reggie Boat. You were just full mum, just going, cut this shit out because we look stupid.
Yeah, I know. And I think I said, what did I say? Something about the Titanic. I said, we're the Titanic. We're not going to sink. And then Dave goes, Reggie, the Titanic sunk, Reggie. I'm like, oh, God, you idiot. Yeah.
It has been amazing to watch you play this game. It has evolved so much. It's so different to the first time that you made it and won. You also get to play it and then watch it back with your kids. How has that been like when you sit on the lounge?
It's been interesting because I'm going through all those emotions and I'm crying and Lucas is going, Mum, why are you crying? You've done all this. What are you crying for? And I went, oh, Lucas, this is awful. Like, I'm remembering everything and how I was feeling at that time as well. It's like when I got evicted and put in that room with Estelle, I was done. Like, I was so drained mentally, physically, emotionally drained. And I'm like, I've got nothing left in the tank when I got put back into the house. And, the other night I was bawling my eyes out. And it's been interesting watching it back after doing it. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff you don't see as well where I go, oh, why didn't they show that? Yeah. But
with the drama that's been happening, I've spoken to Tim and Estelle, and it's been an interesting time because of the stuff that's been happening on social media while the show's airing. And I've been asking everyone this question, do you feel like everyone needs to separate themselves from what happened in the house and then watching it back? Or do you think everyone can share their thoughts and feelings online as openly as maybe Estelle and Lulu have?
Yeah, they're like we get on Twitter and we tweet along to the fans as we're watching it, and when Estelle is doing her tweets, I think she's talking about how she was feeling at that time and at that moment, and that's the way that she was doing that. But at the end of the day, like it was a game. It was a game, and what happened in there is different to what happens on the outside. That's how I look at it. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's like, obviously Estelle's a very emotional person, and she she was strategic. As much as you can say that she was a heart player, she was strategic as much as anyone. You and her strategized together in those final days of hers. So, but I can see how being highly emotional and then watching it back, some of it would sting, you know what I mean? Like, some of it, when you see things that were said that you didn't know, some of it can definitely sting. So you can see how she would take offense, but also sometimes you just have to realize that was a long time ago.
Yeah, like I'm watching things that have unfolded, which I didn't know about, and and I think, oh, you buggers. Even like with the Tim and Johnson deal, had no idea that they had a deal, and I'm like, what the hell? Oh, that came out. Big Brother showed us that towards the end on the screen. Yeah, and it is. And I think because you're going through those motions again, and I think that's probably why Stelly is feeling it. We're all feeling it more than others. Yeah.
Everyone's gameplay is different. Everyone feels it differently. One of my favourite moments from you, Reg, and there's so many to pick from, but I almost thought you were going to kiss Johnson when he said kiss.
Oh, yes, when we're in the diary. I'm like, we can't kiss, Johnson. Oh, God. I so badly wanted a sausage.
I know.
Day. Yeah. And, I'm like, what's kiss? And he's going, what's it? Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Stupid, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or silly. But you can say silly for the PG version.
Yeah, but that was funny. That was a fun challenge, that one.
Speaking of the sausage, they kind of did you dirty in the edit and made it very, very sexual as Reggie Bird was hooking into her sausage that she has wanted for such a long time. How did you feel watching that back?
It was hilarious. It was so funny. I'm like, oh, this music they're putting to the sausage. Like, oh, God, that was funny. I did like that. That was good.
And now you've known for such a long time that you're going to be in the final three. As Reggie Bird, it's very hard for you to keep a secret. How has that been going?
Trust me, it's been bloody hard. It's so hard. Even now, I think in some of these interviews that I've done, I think I may have opened up my mouth to things I shouldn't have said. So I'm going to get in trouble again. Even like, oh, shit. But, it's been really, really hard. Even, oh, gosh, when I come out, everyone's going, because where you been, Reg? Because I'm always on Facebook. But I get banned a lot off Facebook and posting all those stupid memes. And, so I just used that excuse. I said, I got banned. I was banned for 2-3 months this time. So I got away with that.
Well, Reggie, I'm so glad that you're in the final 3. I can't wait to actually meet you. This year I'm going to go to the finale, so I'm going to meet you on Tuesday.
Oh, how exciting.
So
I can't wait to meet you.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching the channel. And I will see you at the grand finale, Reggie Bird. If you want to vote for Reggie, all the details are in the description below. Reggie's in the final 3. All the details. She will not win unless you vote for her. Hey, Reggie, I'll see you there. Thanks so much for the chat.
Thank you for having me.